Good afternoon and welcome to
Island's Adventures.
Where are we at today, babe?
We are at stop number 2 on the birthday weekend extravaganza. Go back and watch the last one if you missed stop number 1. We're at Kentucky Horse Park in Lexington, Kentucky. We've never been here before. I have no idea what to expect. I already see a gift shop, a museum, some horse statues. I think there'll be some real horses we get to see. Let's go check it out.
Okay, here is a past champion man of war.
This is actually his gravesite. He's buried under there, and several of his sons and daughters are buried with him. Man of War was one of the greatest horses of his time. He won 20 of 21 starts. Okay, we walked past this thing and I couldn't figure out, so I actually read the sign. This shows how long a thoroughbred stride is. So it starts from when one back foot, all the way to finish with that same back foot. So their whole stride starts here and goes all the way. Man of War went all the way here. It was like 14 steps for me. That's crazy. No wonder they're so fast.
We're going to go see one more statue before we walk in the visitor center. Valerie's actually heard of this horse, Secretariat.
He won 16 of his 21 starts. Man of War won 20 out of 21. But Secretariat won the 1973 Triple Crown, Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes, and the Belmont Stakes. Good job.
Statue. Now, finally we're getting to the visitor center. This place is actually really big. Would you agree, Val?
Yeah, it's huge. I feel like we've done so much and we haven't even done anything yet.
Welcome to the Kentucky Horse Park. This way to the park grounds and museum. I think that's where we're head first. How much was entry?
It was $12 each. It's normally $6 for parking, but for whatever reason, the parking booth was closed and it said, have a nice day. So it was free. So they give you this map when you first check in. We're at the visitor center and you just follow the path. Next is the museum. There's a few barns here. And then the cool part that we're really here for, up at the top, there's the Breeds barn, the big barn, and the Hollow Champions barn. And at those times, there will be a person that'll actually bring out the horse and talk about them. And then maybe we get to pet them and stuff.
Okay, the International Museum of the Horse. Let's go check it out.
So I think the museum shows the timeline of, it says something about our relationship with horses, wild horses to when people started riding them and then eventually racing them. This is an Egyptian 2-horse chariot.
A flying horse, Valerie says.
They're putting it on a ship to get it, I'm guessing, to America. Yeah, Ed and I aren't really museum people, so we're just kind of walk through. We might show you some highlights, but we are really here to see the real horses. So we're going through this part to get back outside.
Clydesdale, my favorite horse. Best known draft breed in America. the sleighs they have here and buggies.
So they have displays of like some of the champions' trophies, and I think this is what the jockey wore maybe. But Funny Side is actually still here. We might get to see him later. He won the Derby in 2003 and the Preakness. Behind the museum we just came out of, there's a kids barn. And then it looks like sometimes they do trolley tours. I don't think they're doing them right now in the winter. And then there's a mounted police barn. We're gonna go past that and try and get to the barns where the horses are.
Did you know how much weight can a draft horse pull? A single draft horse can easily pull at least 5 tons on wheels, the equivalent of 3 to 4 cars. That's pretty amazing. So Val, this place is really big.
It is really big. It's cool. I mean, we're not horse people, but it's still been really interesting and fun. All right, first stop is the Breeds Barn for 1:30. I don't know if it's a show or someone's bringing a horse out. We're not really sure. We're gonna find out.
Okay, we're in the bleachers. Evidently it's some kind of show at the Breeds Barn.
Curly horse whose name is Curly. Now the American Bashkir Curly horse is also known simply as the North American Curly horse. That's right, it's the Norwegian Fjord. The Norwegian Fjord is one of the world's oldest and purest breeds. It's believed that the original fjord. Up next is a breed of horse that originally called Kentucky its own, known as the Peacock of the Show Ring. It's the American Saddlebred. From the battlefields of Gettysburg to the bright lights of Madison, the breed looks good in any kind of weather. This is the nearly always solid black Frisian horse. The Frisian from the Netherlands, also called Holland. Up next, this breed is nearly always flashy and fast. It's the American Paint Horse. Now back in the 1500s, Spanish explorers brought the spotted and two-toned predecessors of this breed. Numbers about 10,000 or so worldwide, but only about 1,000 here in the U.S. It is the Lipizan. The Lipizan is a rare Baroque breed that is best known for the highly trained white stallions of the Spanish riding school in Vienna, Austria. It is the American Mustang. The American Mustang is a free-roaming, feral horse that descends from domesticated horses brought to the Americas, again, by the Spanish.
So that was the little show at the Breeds Barn. That was pretty cool. Lots of different breeds of horse. And now they're going to bring them out into the arena. And you can like meet and greet, meet the rider, maybe pet the horse, that kind of thing.
This is Tango. Was the horse nice and soft?
It was actually kind of like scratchy. Like it wasn't like soft. It was like horsehair. I don't know. It's like straw. I'm so descriptive. I really know my horses, let me tell you.
This is one of the stalls. I'm assuming the horses stay in. That one was open, the rest are locked. Oh, there's horses in there. No wonder they're locked.
It's a Norwegian fjord.
Cool. See if there's a horse in this one. Yep.
This one is a Mustang.
Mustang. Can't really see him. Hey, Mustang. Horse.
You can see the one in the next one.
Ah, yeah, empty stall, but here's the horse in the next stall after that.
Andalusian, I think it says.
A little bit of behind the scenes here. See if there's one. Oh, this one's laying down, napping.
It's hard to see in the dark.
Hard to see. Hey, horsey.
His name is Rambler. He's a mountain pleasure horse.
His eyes are fading.
Hi, Rambler.
Looks
It's nap
like
time.
Looks like he wants to go to sleep. Hey, buddy.
His name is James Bond.
James
He's
Bond.
a Shinko Teague pony. James Bond.
What's next, Val?
Next is the big barn, which I'm assuming has the big horses, like the draft horses, the Belgians, and the Clydesdales, the worker horses. The 2/3 of the barn closest to us was built in 1897. Isn't that crazy? And then in the 1920s, something burned down, so they expanded this to include the yearlings.
All right, let's go in the big barn. Big barn. Visit with the draft horses. First thing when you walk in, a couple of the horses are out and they're cleaning them. Or, I should say they are bathing them. They look like Clydesdale, which are my favorite. That is one big horse. Or I should say, two big horses.
They're on like step ladders to wash them.
Yeah, the ladies are on step ladders to wash them.
Oh, it's the white. Something about the white, like
Crazy.
his legs.
So this is Jace, a Belgian horse. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's big. Here's Royal, Percheron horse. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Staring right at us. It's another big horse. Wow. Here is Gus, another Percheron horse. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I think I am. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Now we're gonna see the big barn demonstration.
Here comes some of the horses they're going to show here in the demonstration area. Look at the feet on this horse. Huge.
Verbal command because I don't want him moving off of somebody kissing. This is Quinn. He's a Shire. The Shire originally came from England. Actually, the eastern part of England called Anglia. So we've gone from a big horse to a big horse. This is Connor. He's a Belgian, originally from Belgium of all places. The Belgian horse has developed quite differently here in the United States. Years ago, a Belgian would have stood about this tall. They have grown up.
So that's it for the big barn, the draft horses. They just showed 3 different kinds and kind of talked about how big they are and where they came from and that kind of stuff. And now people can pet them and take pictures with them.
I believe Valerie's going to pet this horse here.
Excuse me.
I share food with my horses. Like everyone.
What was the texture of that horse?
Coarse. Coarse is the word I was trying to think of. Their hair is coarse. He was softer than the other horse, though.
Now where are we going?
Now we're headed to the last barn, the Hall of Champions.
There's a horse right there. Has his head sticking out the window almost. Hey, buddy. Here's Funny Side. Kentucky Derby. Oh, he left. What's Funny Side? Oh, Funny Side's back. Hey, buddy. How you doing, funny side?
All the way up to the founding of the horse park. And we decided we wanted to keep up that tradition, having some top-level horses here ever since. Now, our most famous horse right now is this handsome chestnut boy right here. And his name is Funny Side. Now, he has quite a character story to him. He's was born back in April 20th of the year 2000. And he was by a freshman sire, so people had no idea what that new sire was going to produce. It's a little bit of a gamble. So his sire distorted humor, and his dam Bell's good side. You know, it just seems natural that he ended up with the name Funny Side. But born at a place called McMahon Farms of Saratoga, and so he's actually, even though dear old dad stood at stud here in Kentucky, being born in Saratoga Springs, New York, makes him a New York bred. And so that becomes more important later in the story, trust me.
All right, so we finished the little demonstration at the Hall of Champions barn. The guy brought out Funny Side, he fed him some treats, and then told us like his whole story when he was born and how he was owned by 10 just regular guys from New York. And then he won the Kentucky Derby and he won the Preakness, and just kind of his whole story till retirement. He was feeding them peppermints, which we thought was funny. He said peppermints and bananas are his favorite treats. So that was really interesting and fun to see. You don't get to pet him, he bites. But now I think we're almost done. There might be a museum or maybe a gift shop we'll walk through. We'll see, but this place has been really cool.
Valerie, is there such a thing as a Dalmatian horse?
He's an Appaloosa.
Appaloosa.
He's pretty.
I've never seen that on a horse before. Huh.
So we're back to where we were earlier, where it's the kids' barn, the trolley tours, and the mounted police barn. And I said I didn't think trolley tours were going on. That is correct. When we were with the draft horses in the big barn, he said those horses are the ones that pull the trolleys, and it starts March 15th. It sounds kind of cool. They pull a trolley of 25 people like up through the hills, and I don't know what you see, but it sounded kind of fun.
What is currently the date right now?
Oh, it is February, I don't even know. 18th, I think. 2023.
Thank you.
It's cold.
All right, entering the gift shop. See if Valerie decides to buy anything. Moon pie in the gift shop. I gotta have one. All kinds of shirts and sweatshirts. Let's look at the hats. I'm a hat guy. I like hats. Gonna get you a magnet.
Yeah, not a lot of choices. There's this one. There's a giant one. Kentucky's other thing, bourbon, and then a tie-dye state, which is kind of weird. So we're gonna go with this one.
Valerie bought her a magnet in the gift shop. I bought me a moon pie.
All right, that's going to do it for us here at the Kentucky Horse Park. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, actually it was.
We weren't sure what to expect. I kind of randomly found it and said, hey, let's go here. It's kind of close to Buc-ee's. Successful stop number 2 on the birthday weekend extravaganza. We had a lot of fun. We know nothing about horses, but it was really interesting. Got to pet 2 different horses. Yeah, highly recommend. Again, it's February. It's cold. 10 degrees warmer. We would have enjoyed it a little more. My nose is frozen. And they do less things. Like the shows that we saw, that was the only time they showed those shows. I'm sure in the spring and summer there's a much bigger schedule, more things to do.
Right.
But it was perfect for us. We had a great time.
And as always, thanks for watching our videos, and we'll see you on the next adventure.
Bye.